to be able to just make a choice on your own and just be able to speak for yourself.
This one's wife. I'm more important than you. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife believes she's the centre of the universe. That's what her narcissism does. It causes her to believe that all of her needs should be attended to, that everybody's thinking about her, that all men want to shag her, that all women want to be like her. She believes that everybody is delighted to meet her, that they're thinking about her, that they're contemplating and ensuring that what she requires is dealt with. She believes she's allowed to do whatever she wants and everybody else should fit in around her. It does seem like an extraordinary mindset, but that is the way that the narcissist functions, and she doesn't see anything wrong with that. She would be surprised to be told that such behaviour would be deemed inappropriate. And that's because her narcissism guides her, instructs her, cajoles her, if you will, to behave in a particular way. This means that she ranks ahead of everybody, and that includes her husband, Prince Harry. He holds the position of intimate partner primary source, and therefore he is the main provider of fuel, character traits, and residual benefits, and is deemed to be the easiest person to control that provides most of those things. He is in sustained devaluation, which means he'll be devalued and given respite periods. At the moment, he's treated well on the trip to Nigeria because of the necessities of facade management. She wants to show the world that it is an idyllic marriage, and thus she compliments him and flatters him in front of other people. Nevertheless, we do get these glimpses that show that underlying mindset of the fact that she is more important than him. We've seen it many occasions before, where Harry has been shaking hands with somebody and she barges in trying to hug them, that she walks in front of him, that he was talking to a group of men and she then intervened, causing him to stand at the back looking like a rather lonesome spare part as she took over. And we're going to see another example of this behaviour. Here comes the footage for you to see. There we have the footage, which I've played twice for you to digest precisely what's going on. There is no sound accompanying it, which enables you to focus on what you see rather than what was necessarily said. First of all, you'll notice that the dignitary that this one's wife and Harry meeting is fully covered. But look at this one's wife. She turns up, showing off her chest, such as it is, wearing something that is almost split crotch, once again demonstrating the lack of respect that this woman exhibits for the conservative values of the country that she goes to, despite professing that it's her country. You would think that given the fact that she's 43% Nigerian, she would have at least boned up to 43% worth of understanding the country, its values, and how she ought to address when she's there. Furthermore, it shows this lack of respect because she's entitled. She can go and do what she wants, and everybody else has to fit in with that. Thus, visually, you can see straight away her narcissism on display as a consequence of what she's wearing and how it's incongruous with the person that she's meeting. You are then also able to see once again how she, the self-absorbed narcissist, regards herself as more important than her husband. Harry actually gets in first for once and shakes hands with the dignitary, but you will have noticed that this one's wife gave him a little prod on the back. She behaves almost like a needy child. Don't forget about me, I'm important, you know. And Harry, simp that he has become, is so conditioned to this conduct, whereby he's prodded in the small of the back, or she rubs him up and down the back, or she utilises the grip of doom to ensure that he is manhandled into compliance. He automatically responds in the required manner. It's almost as if he has been conditioned by repeated application of this physical means of control. Remember, this one's wife has to control all around her, which includes Harry, and she regularly does so by virtue of the physical application of her hand on him, pulling him in a direction, pushing him, prodding him, whatever it might be. But it's done driven by her narcissism not recognizing boundaries and treating him like an object, which of course is what she subconsciously sees him as. So here, as Harry approaches and shakes hands with the dignitary, this one's wife is automatically, instinctively and subconsciously threatened by that action because it relegates her to number two. Her narcissism, in effect, would be shouting, "You should be first, you're more important than he is." That action wounds her. There isn't the ignition of fury so that she rugby tackles Harry out of the way and then grabs the dignitary, hugging him. No, the facade management prevents that from happening. Instead, what she does is she needs to ensure that Harry is reminded that she's the important one. Thus, she nullifies the threat to control by tapping Harry on the back so that, like a trained dog, he instinctively moves back slightly, allowing her immediate access to the dignitary so that she can shake hands and be seen in all of the photographs. It really is quite pathetic, the extent to which Harry now behaves as he is controlled in this physical manner. It isn't a surprise, however, to see the narcissist behaving like this towards him, because as you know, in her world, she's far more important. She doesn't think to herself, I'll need to tap him to move him out of the way. She just does it instinctively, driven by her narcissism to ensure that she then gains prominence, that she meets the dignitary, that she is seen, and that Harry backs off. He shrinks away, allowing the floor to be hers. Always she does this because of her subconscious need for fuel and control, all driven by her narcissism. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for watching.